Well, it's that time of the year again. It's party season. And I'm probably going to go out some night soon and get more than just a little bit tipsy. Now, we all know that drinking alcohol isn't very good for our bodies, but it's what we eat before we go out and whilst we're drunk that can have a real impact on how we're feeling. What do you eat when you're drunk?
Chips, definitely kebab, chips.
Giant slabs of butter on toast.
Cheese chips, peanut butter on toast with Marmite.
Chips.
Pizza.
So we've brought in Max Tomlinson to the studio and some really yummy food that we tend to eat on nights out to find out what we're doing wrong and how we can do things a little bit better next time. Should we be eating pizza?
You know something? When you've had a few drinks, it's really hard. It's hard for us now not to want to tuck in. So when you had those couple of drinks, it's really hard not to tuck into some greasy pizza, some lovely French fries laden with tomato sauce and a really lovely kebab. The problem is that alcohol raises your blood sugars because it's purely sugar. If you look at a bottle of wine, how much of that is sugar? Probably 3/4. Right?
No.
It raises your blood sugars, and when you stop drinking, you get home and you think, oh my goodness me, I am starving. So your munchies are driven by the need to get some sugar in.
And what is the problem with eating something like pizza?
Pizza is not a bad thing. The problem with the pizza is that we all have these big fatty pizzas with thick bases. If you're going to have a pizza after a bender, just make sure it's a thin crust. Because then what you're going to get, the carbohydrate in here, the carbohydrate, as you know, is the bread base. Carbohydrate is basically a sugar. So that will enter the bloodstream and will compensate slightly for the depletion of blood sugars after the alcohol. Get a healthy topping. There's no green on this one. This is all fatty meats and fatty. Put some green on there if you can. Maybe go for a vegetarian version.
And then how about the chips?
Listen, stay away.
Really?
That's a nonsense food.
Oh no.
Right? That is going to do nothing for you except sort of exacerbate your hangover, because that does nothing for blood sugars. It's a rubbish food basically. That, on the other hand, that kebab, I love. Personally, that would be my choice. If I came home after my Christmas party next Friday, that's what I'd be having. But again, I would take away the bread. There's a beautiful grilled chicken in there, and grilled chicken by itself is a fantastic food. So get rid of the bread, tuck into the salad. Be careful you don't have a jalapeno chili on there, because you'll wake up with all kinds of problems. The right type of fats are a fantastic food. Make sure you're getting some fat in your diet, because it slows down the transit time of the food in the gut. So you stay fuller for longer, and the alcohol isn't absorbed rapidly into your bloodstream.
Are there some things that we can eat that might make it better when we've drunk alcohol?
If you get home and you think, right, I need something because I've got desperate munchies, I want you to think of the consequences tomorrow of eating the bad food. So we're going to put forward an array of healthier options. Talked about pizza earlier.
Yeah.
Go for thin base. We go for the vegetarian option. We make sure that it's got on there some green, because the green gives you some of the vitamins you need to cope with the alcohol. If you're on the way home and you pass a petrol station, the easiest thing in the world to do is grab yourself some char-grilled chicken. Open that up, tuck into the protein. One of my favorite foods when we get home, and I've had a few, is a nice thick soup. Heat that up quickly in the microwave or on the oven, and that goes down nicely, easily digested, doesn't raise your blood sugars too high, and you go to bed nice and comfortable.
So we've got some popcorn. Why is that here?
It's a very simple food, very quick and easy to make. You could buy it in a pop form already. It moves through the digestive tract quite slowly. One of the secrets is to take something with you when you go out. Stock your handbag with a few nuts and satsumas. So vitamin C is a wonderful way of protecting the immune system, giving you some antioxidants, and also it's very portable.
What else do we have
Can
here?
you see my nut butters? Again, the idea is to get a food that goes through the digestive tract quite slowly and absorbs some of the alcohol. And I think brown bread with some nut butter is probably the perfect food. There's nothing you can do to stop that really desperate feeling of a hangover. Make sure you go to bed with some water. One of the tricks that I use is put a bit of salt in the water. It tends to help with the absorption of the fluids into your body. And just make sure that when you go to bed, you are not stuffed full of food, because you lie there in bed then digesting and not resting. And the last thing you want is to wake up tired with a hangover, not having slept. Fill your fridge up with things that you know are healthier than your classic junk food options.
I think we can all make better decisions in future, but right now all this food needs to be eaten.
Definitely.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Ah!
Danger mouse.